And I think one of the things which is important also is that we think about what artists really want to do, and that we don't really squeeze, our practice into formats, because I think we have many formats. And as we hear in Italy, I wanted to tell you this story about Alighiero Boetti. When I was a teenager, I met Fischli Weiss, and that was my kind of great inspiration. And they said, you have to go and see Alighiero Boetti. So I took a night train and I went to Rome, and I saw Boetti. And the great Alighiero Boetti, so important for the encyclopedic theme of Massimiliano. And I know that Boetti has been an immense inspiration for Massimiliano also over the years. And for all of us, and Boetti told me that he actually believes as an artist that it's extremely frustrating. He's always squeezed into formats. He's invited to do biennales, he's invited to do museum shows, gallery shows, public commissions, pieces for collections, all these formats which exist in the art world. But he says he's got hundreds of ideas which don't fit in any of these formats. And these are then usually unrealized artist projects. And I think one of the key things for the 21st century is that rather than squeezing art practice in our existing formats, is that we listen to artists and try to make their dreams come true.
And I was wondering, who are the collectors of the future? I asked this because the New York Times ran an article where it asked the people at the Armory Art Fair earlier this year, are the tech kids buying? And the answer at that point given was not really. And it's interesting because I think the collectors at the moment we understand are of maybe, let's say, a certain generation. They've earned their money through certain types of production and ownership of things, whereas there is the Facebook generation to come.
Yeah. I hope that, I think obviously there will be great collectors out of the generation behind us, and I just hope that they're open to, different kinds of media. And the art is being pushed, Hans was speaking about farming and art. So I think, a lot of art today that's being made that I find very interesting is deliberately very difficult to collect. And so collectors are finding more and more ways to collect that no matter what. So it'll be interesting to see how willing people are to accommodate certain things to buy them and put them in their collections when they're not even really existing, or they might be performances that you have to stage over time. So I think, I definitely think there will be a host of young collectors buying stuff like this in the future, but you must make a commitment, to a kind of space to show these things in.
It's the best moment, it's the best moment.
Yeah.
It's always been the best moment in my life.
Yeah.
The art, sometimes they complain about the Biennale, people, stupid people, they say, oh, it was awful, but they don't understand that the Biennale is the mirror of the world, because that's what the artists do, they are the mirror of the world. And that if it's bad, it means that the world is bad, they don't understand it.